Good Monday afternoon, Southern California. The time is about 12:30, and I want to give you your complete, full, and comprehensive weather forecast for the next couple of days before things start to get busy this afternoon. So let's take a look at your weather headlines. We've been talking about this. You probably already know there is the chance for showers and thunderstorms, particularly over our mountains today and then again tomorrow. And some of those storms that we see could be on the strong side. So a lot of lightning, the possibility of gusty winds. We'll talk more about that in just a second. Some good news. If you're tired of the heat, there is a cool down on the way. A low pressure system off the coast of California is going to swing through. It passes to our north, but temperatures are going to come down in a pretty big way. That will also lead to a deeper marine layer and the possibility of some patchy dense fog out there over the next couple of mornings. So let's widen out the view, show you the weather setup, talk about why all this active weather is going on. Notice there's that ridge of high pressure over the Four Corners region. It's starting to sink to the south and expand just a little bit. The reason why, there is a low pressure system off the coast of California right now, Northern California. As it gets closer to us, it's going to shove that high pressure system first south and then east. And as that high pressure system pushes south, that gives us the opportunity to tap into south to southeaster flow, which is usually very favorable for thunderstorm development. So here's a look at radar at about 12:30, and you could see things here in San Diego and Imperial County are still fairly quiet. It's south of the border where a couple of isolated strong cells have popped up. They're about to cross over the border and make it into southeastern San Diego County, so I would expect spots like Tierra del Sol up to Live Oak Springs to see some heavy rainfall, maybe some lightning out there and a little bit of gusty wind over the next half an hour to 45 minutes, and that's kind of the appetizer round before more strong storms develop over the rest of the higher terrain of the San Diego County mountains. Now, the Weather Prediction Center, they looked at what happened yesterday. We had one flash flood warning. They noticed our soil is kind of saturated up there in the mountains. And so what they've done is they've included all of Southern California in a risk level 1 out of 4 for flash flooding later this afternoon. So that's technically a low-end flood threat, but it's worth mentioning because a lot of these thunderstorms that we've been seeing have been kind of sitting over the same area. And when that happens, rainfall totals like to add up pretty quickly. So if you're planning on heading up to some of our local mountains today for a hike, maybe a picnic or going for a jog, grabbing some lunch or dinner, here's what I want you to know. The thunderstorms are going to develop here during the peak heating of the afternoon. So we're talking between about 2 and 6 p.m. is when those cells will go up. And there may only be 4 or 5 different thunderstorm cells that we see, but they will be strong with the possibility of wind gusts 50 to 55 miles per hour, frequent lightning, heavy rain, the possibility of some small hail, and then just like we saw yesterday, some blowing dust is a concern. So there's Futurecast at about 4 o'clock this afternoon. You can see those cells lighting up from the mountains and then into the deserts. Now, once the sun sets tonight, we're going to lose the instability, which means the chance of any showers and thunderstorms will dissipate completely. Tomorrow morning starts off dry, and then into tomorrow afternoon, I think we're going to have another shot at strong to possibly severe thunderstorms tomorrow, again, over the mountains here of San Diego County and maybe into Imperial County as well. And when I say a severe weather threat, what I'm primarily referring to is the possibility of some wind gusts up to about 58 miles per hour or greater, and then also the chance for some quarter-size hail, and then, of course, the lightning and the rain that comes along with that. If you don't like the thunderstorms, by Tuesday night, that monsoonal flow will start to kind of fade away as that high-pressure system moves away from us and will dry out for the rest of the week. Here's a look at temperatures right now at about 12:36. It is 102 degrees in Borrego Springs, 102 in Salton City, upper 80s in Julian, 94 in Pine Valley. You can bet when we get the thunderstorms going here later this afternoon, we'll get some rain-cooled air. Great day to be along the coastline. Lots of sunshine. 78 downtown San Diego right now, 77 in Carlsbad, and Oceanside is just shy of 80 at 70. 79. So all of our heat alerts in San Diego County have expired. However, there's a couple of areas here that we're still watching. An extreme heat warning for Central Imperial County until 8 p.m. tonight. Reason being, storm coverage there looks a little bit lower. That means the temperatures are going to warm up. So again, into the triple digits, still a little bit of humidity out there as well. And then also notice in extreme Eastern Imperial County, almost going down to Yuma there, the extreme heat warning continues there until Monday, again today at 8 p.m. So we'll be watching that. Dinner plans tonight along the coastline. Looks like a great night for it. We drop back into the upper 60s to low 70s, but as that low pressure system starts to approach us, the marine layer will become more present each and every day. 69 tonight in Carlsbad, 70 downtown San Diego, mid 60s in the mountains, 82 in Borrego Springs, and mid 80s out in Imperial County. High temperatures on Tuesday, a little cooler, right? 88 in Escondido, 78 in Carlsbad, 109 Salton City, 107 in Brawley. So again, below the extreme heat warning criteria. And I want to take you through our temperature outlook real quick here, August 16th through about the 20th. So we're looking about a week out now. And there isn't a strong signal for really intense heat anymore. So fantastic news if we're tired of all the extreme heat. There also isn't really a signal for cooler than normal temperatures either. So what I would kind of take this map as maybe more or less near normal temperatures for the middle of August for us, which isn't that bad. So it definitely is a sign that we're going to get a break from the heat. And you can kind of start to see that play out here on our extended forecast for the coastline. Upper 70s near 80 for Tuesday into Wednesday. Thursday and Friday, the marine layer is going to be stubborn. In fact, I think we might have some issues clearing all the way to the coastline. I-5 westward may not get a ton of sunshine Thursday and Friday. Temperatures take a dip too into the 70s. Into the weekend, we should get a little more sun with temperatures back into the 70s and 80s for us. In the mountains, we have that chance for a few isolated showers and thunderstorms today and then again tomorrow. A couple of them could be on the strong side, but your cooling trend is noticed too here. 77 on Thursday. That's a lot better than the upper 90s to low triple digits. 78 on Friday. Maybe even more significant are overnight lows, which are going to drop back into the 50s. How about 55 Thursday night and Friday morning? 58 Friday night to Saturday morning. Open up the windows, go camping. It's going to feel great. And then we do warm up just a little bit right back into the lower 80s as we head into Saturday and Sunday. How about for our valley locations? Temperatures here are going to be in the upper 80s for a couple of more days, Tuesday and Wednesday. The possibility of some patchy, dense fog. Sometimes we get this pattern known as reverse clearing around here with the marine layer, and I think on Tuesday and Wednesday that could be the case and lead to a little fog there for some of our valley locations up to the 15. Marine layers present on Thursday, Friday, and then a little bump up in temperatures for Saturday and Sunday. That means it should be a great beach weekend. And then finally for our deserts in Imperial County, pop-up thunderstorm on Tuesday. Again, a random rumble can't be ruled out Wednesday either, and then the monsoonal flow clears for Thursday and Friday, and your temperatures take a big dip too. 104 on Friday, 105 Saturday, overnight lows back in the lower 80s, and then we warm up a tick for the weekend. Nothing like we were seeing last week, 108 on Sunday and about 109 for Monday. Have a great day out there, and stay safe with the thunderstorms expected to develop.